Here's someone who takes each day as it comes. Learning to swim can be scary when you don't know what you're doing. But he thinks you should really know how to swim by now, and he'll be honored. He says, that wasn't too bad, was it? Way to go. Don't let the sun... But you need practice. Lots of... Judging by your Mooma's look, it seems you forgot something. You know you can't make... You should know. Practice She'll see you at the village square. She says that... Here's another familiar face with lots on. He thinks you should look for things. He wonders what usefulness you found. He says he can work wonders with almost any. He says only a few. He'd love to teach you to upcycle. You did well, but he can't help but wonder why you decided to. He believes he's looking for. It looks like she's starting to lose her patience. Then you've got a good. She wants you to grow up and start thinking for your. That's all she's ever up. You've always. They look determined. Better watch out. He says that it's not. There's no way. He wants to know who you think you'll have to face pain. She asks if you're hurt. What happened? If confidence is silent, the most important thing is it's time to focus on. Here's someone close to heart, doing what he does best. He'll talk to her. He suggests. He's curious to see what you found. He's all for. He says it's about. The style might be too edgy. You should take it. He's looking forward. Your Mooma says it's about time you got here. Hopes you're as red. She says she is... Your Mooma says you did well today. She thanks you for been working on a present for you. You should go see him and find out what it is. Catchy. Your Mooma says she's never seen an apparatus. A piece of scraptron. It's called an automaton, and it's hardwired to your... You're lucky to have such a fine health. Your Mooma says you look tired. No wonder. It's been a long... Says a good rest, and you'll find strength for tomorrow. Nothing could stop Luka from setting the world on fire. Your Mooma urges you to blaze a trail. A burnt kidling will learn to dread fire. That's just adding fuel to the flames. Give it a last burst and you'll make it. Your Mooma says this is it. The time has come. Whatever happens, here it comes. The past coming to haunt the present. You must go through fire and water to make it out of here. Your Mooma says you can make it if you believe in it. Where she goes, you go. Blood is thicker than water. You're in deep surf. Don't make waves. The surf goes where it wants to go. It'll take you to the shore as long as you go with the flow. Death is not to be feared by one who has lived life with a pure heart. A part of her will live on in you. The creature is hungry for more. Nothing is going to stand in its way now. If a sacrifice is made for someone else, it's not lost, but passed on to the next. Life must go on. Real sacrifice comes from love and necessity when all other options are exhausted. The ultimate test of conscience is the willingness to give up anything to save what you truly care about. What you do for yourself dies with you. What you do for your kin remains and makes you immortal in their memory. As the moment fades and is lost, the only thing that remains is loneliness. It doesn't mean you'll forget your past. It simply means you need to move on. Let's see. The tribe's caught a fluffy hulk. Better watch out, it's no pet. They couldn't keep it down. Fluff hulk's on the loose. They've received news a Ronin had strengthened their ranks and were looking forward to meeting you. A group of myriad crusaders already headed out to Jagni's Mer. You should hurry there and help them best the outpost. Not really. Toxanol was something called a corporate juggernaut, and our world still bears the marks of the massive ecological catastrophes they inflicted upon the land. The apocalypse they caused was the end of days for their world. But for us, it was simply a beginning. Look, an emergency box from the old days, when you needed to pack a punch to survive. Wow, bet that nut makes a tight fist. Tunnels like this still carry echoes from the past. Can you hear it? Hot metal. Move like a dancer. That notice board, filled with the leftovers of used-to-be wants. You're getting close to one of those old Toxanol brick towns. Pay attention. The Toxanol Corporation made this place. And Toxanol never cared about the waste, as long as there must be a track somewhere. Let's see. This is an epic already. How it ends is up to you. Up for grabs. You found the track! Amazing it wasn't destroyed. So much of this place was just discarded. No, it was never nice. It was new once, but that's not nearly the tracks moved on. Feel that sunshine. A flush seems like the tighteners on the piping need to be unturned correctly to drain the flush stool. That's the kind of trouble you really want to wash away. The Tree of Life still stands. Question is, for how long? sharp steel. Never thought I'd... You need to get the pegs lined up to get the clothes soaker rolling. That's spiraled out of control. You need to turn the pegs in sync. That's spiraled out of control. You need to turn the pegs in sync. You really put a spin on it. It's awful bright out today. Let's see. Your key energy is too low. You found the whereabouts, the deepest, darkest forest in the land, sometimes hard to see for all the trees. Heroes make for the best stories. It's up to you if you want to be one. Give a key a shot. You can see so much farther in the light. The board mainly has posts from those that used to work at the chug yard back in the days gone. They don't make much sense these days. Not much more to say about the board, but Gizmo is holed up in the underyard here working on that Mekton of his. The Toxanol Corporation used to run Chugger. They can carry you anywhere. You're on the right track. Tribe's always scavenging for scrap, and the yard has plenty to go around. But they should have stuck to looting instead of playing around with sprockets. Bomper Bonker's busy ram-banging the door. This is your chance. Muscles like steel. Too bad, but all days must come to an end. This box once tailed a chugger. Now it's just off track. Let's see. Yes, you can do anything. The sky's the limit. Now, let's take this back to Earth. Wow, you really took that all the way down to the end, in flames. It's a wonder some of these up and downs still work. Guess they built machines better in the past. The spent nuclear fuel that Toxanol dumped in the surf had detrimental effects on the marine habitats, while the overflowing landfills contaminated the groundwater. Combined, this sent their world hurtling on an inevitable road to ruin. Don't flinch away from this. It's your moment. You need to focus. I need to brush up on my Wando, but I have a feeling he believes it was you that caused the... Oh, and he says he knows you. You used to call him Gizmo. He gave you the oil-greased hands when he taught you. Gizmo remembers you as a nice kidling, and he can still... But Gizmo says how you experience a memory can be different. You know, he hopes you remember that he understands his... You still believe this. He says you should know that what... Gizmo encourages that. You
Fan that flame!
Wait, no! Bright light blinds! It's...
I've got all the codes.
Oh, do you have to insult?
I don't have to.
Hard to believe the world is actually going. Grateful to you for coming back and doing your best to wonders if you liked work, but that's... Gizmo says he can't leave the underyard as he has no protection against the vacuum in the dead zone. So you need to salvage scrap. You should return when you've retrieved the... There are more... Oh, it's locked. Looks like the switches need to be turned to match so enough charge can flow through the conductors. Good. That's enough electric current to initiate the actuators and activate... Listen to... That's a resource totem. A monument left behind by those that picked scrap, trying to keep the area clean. Wood scrap. The one kind of scrap you could actually still find growing. Handy. That's a Jagni tribe outpost. Glad to see some wood scrap there. mowed them all down. Thinks you must be up to something, seems surprised.